obviously we had seen Patna Parle, we had seen Bengaluru ki Baitak, now this is Mumbai, and obviously the meeting will happen tomorrow and day after. Joining me to decode what this preliminary press conference would mean is Brajesh Pandey. Brajesh, while this press conference was on, we were discussing two things. First of all, the moot points about the convener, about the differences, the so-called differences. Nothing was touched upon that, and I believe rightly so. Secondly, you were also mentioning about the body language of Uddhav Thackeray. Please elaborate.
Well, I think, if you look at the way, Uddhav was taking pot shot at Prime Minister, taking pot shot at the BJP,
right.
and also, the way he was replying to the questions related to, the leadership of who's going to be the leader and convener of I.N.D.I.A is going to be.
Right.
I think, he was sounding very confident about it. And, the party was also, but usually, Uddhav is, I'm not saying that he's not confident when he speaks, but there was a degree of aggression, which we usually don't see much whenever Uddhav Thackeray speaks. So, I mean, that was there. And also the fact is that, there are doubts about who's going to be the convener, who's going to be the prime ministerial candidate, how is the party going to bury differences in their own respective regional space.
Right.
These are the tricky questions which has to be sorted out. And most importantly, we are at the end of August, so barely 7-8 months left for the election to take place. So they don't have much time on hand. But I think this meeting is going to be very crucial. Tomorrow and day after, Pankaj. And I think most of the irritants or who's going to be the convener as far as I.N.D.I.A is concerned, I think they will they should come to that decision, because the most important thing which they, of course they are aware is that that they don't have much time in hand. If they really want to give a solid fight to the N.D.A, who on the other hand, they're already galloping away as far as fighting election is concerned.
Yes, sir, definitely. Brajesh, going back in a reverse chronological order, one of the questions that one of the journalists asked Sharad Pawar was that OSC, BRS और अकाली दल को लेके what is the plan? उनसे बात हुई है कि नहीं? So after a few questions, then only Sharad Pawar responded saying कि देखिए अकाली दल का जहाँ तक सवाल है, केजरीवाल की सरकार है पंजाब में, तो हम नहीं चाहते हैं कि कुछ डिफरेंस पैदा करने वाली स्थिति हो. But this is somehow doesn't it apply on Delhi, where Kejriwal is there in government, but Congress also has been there in government. So how they are balancing it?
See, you cannot take Shiromani Akali Dal and still have an intact or an effective alliance. But you cannot not have Congress and have a workable coalition as far as this opposition thing is concerned. So Congress is very, very essential, essential ingredient in formation of I.N.D.I.A. So there is no way you can take away Congress. And also the fact that that there are a certain degree of differences between the Shiromani Akali Dal and the BJP. So the I think most of these parties would also want to see whether it degenerates into a more a fiery word of word in attack and counter attack as far as SAD and BJP is concerned. So it'll be very interesting to see how it formulates. But I think they can do away with Shiromani Akali Dal, but Congress is a very, very quintessential if the formation of I.N.D.I.A is anything to go by.